Best swordsman's laugh.
You bet.
Oh!
That was really good,
Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Tower. It's Guys, Games, and Beer.
Yeah!
Blow me.
Not good, eh?
Well, you know, that's what I get. You replace something, you fix something. I was thinking, hey, we're using a new laptop for recording. That's a great thing. Let's pull on a new USB cable. Let's get rid of that rusty one that breaks half the time. Instead, I got one that breaks 100%.
See, yeah, we're not on handheld games. So what's he doing?
I am doing research.
Masturbating?
I'm gonna share.
I'm
one
doing
of
net
one of you
research,
guys.
right?
There.
Alright.
Here, I got a glass here.
Fortunately for you guys.
All right. I think we should probably bring up the logo.
Hey, wait a minute.
Who's into this?
Well,
Whose beer is this?
this one came from our friends at.
We have friends.
No, we don't. Pick Up and Go Games.
Alright. Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
So this was something they found when they were down in Chicagoland.
Okay.
Special delivery.
Yeah, special delivery. This is from a company called Spiteful Brewing out of Chicago. And it is their Working for the Weekend Double IPA. Let me see what the description on this one is, if I can
It's
actually
really more about
read
the
it.
artwork than the description.
Yeah, there's not much description on it, but the artwork is like, wow, this is kind of creepy. So the artwork is delightfully creepy. It starts with this melted face figure gradually getting better as they get towards the weekend. So evidently...
Maybe we can describe it, or we can just show it to our
Yeah,
viewers.
I would think just show it to our watchers. So let's see. Don't be an idiot. Drink it fresh. Wow, that's quite the advice. Don't be an idiot. Drink it fresh. Okay.
Well, that's what I tell them.
Mine says something about don't drink if you're pregnant. I don't.
Oh, I think you are reading the wrong part then.
Well, Larry,
Well, yes, you're also not supposed to drink it if you're
well,
pregnant.
Larry, is there something you're not telling us?
Oh no, this is Wisconsin. Come on.
Wisconsin.
All right, so it is a double IPA, which I'm sure Rob will appreciate tonight.
Yes, I
Because
do.
after the trials and tribulations of new equipment, Rob could use a double IPA.
Oh, it wasn't just that. It was fucking Larry. You know? I love that look. He just like...
He just resigned
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. See, don't.
Here's
I gotta
my
get a
question.
camera that aims this way so they
I
can
don't
see your
understand
face.
What makes the a double idea?
So again,
What the fuck,
what you're gonna do
Rob?
is you're gonna hop it heavy, and very often what you'll do is you'll
Holy shit!
right, you will dry hop and wet hop it. So
That's hoppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you
that,
know,
that's
but-
hoppy. Always associated IPAs with hoppy.
But it's still like smooth enough. Like,
yeah, you know it's really smooth, but it is definitely got that wow hop taste afterward. I don't see any description of what kind of hops they're using, so I cannot tell you. I mean, the information on the can is a little bit on the light side. Let me see if I can find it.
None of us did our research, so.
Of course not.
But it tastes
You know, kind of,
Why the hell
kind
would
of
we do
thinking
that?
like, okay, so I think hoppiness to beer is like hotness in hot sauce, right? It can be hot and good tasting,
yeah, the flavor doesn't.
or it can just be like, oh my god, it's so hot I can't taste anything else.
That's a pretty interesting comparison. Yeah, like like there are certain things that are so hoppy, but they have a good flavor, and like that, yeah, very
Okay,
similar hot sauce.
so all their art,
Yeah.
looking at their website, all their artwork is pretty freaking fucked up.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
kinda
coming
raw.
from that guy.
Yeah, and for me that says a lot right there.
And I can say that for me at least that this is one of those hot sauces that still has good flavor even though it's hot. So it's a hoppy beer, but it's still a really just a good flavor, you know.
Yeah, and I am even on their website, so they have a picture, and you click on it, it becomes a bigger picture of the artwork and tells you nothing about the beer.
They're a brew of few
So,
words.
Spiteful Brewery, I gotta say, a little more information about what you're putting into the beer, not a bad idea. Just for us
Please.
people who review your beers, I mean, like, we could talk to you and ask you, but seeing as you're down there in Illinois,
They're spiteful.
so we are a Chicago brewery committed to brewing proper beer
There you go.
exclusively for Illinois. Guess what?
Stole your beer.
Wisconsin.
It has been bootlegged.
Yes.
Dun dun.
And then where
dun.
beer is sent.
Yeah, exactly. So again, not too shabby. They are. They look like they're a fairly small brewery.
It's got a little bit of a bite.
It's got a bite,
It's
but
got
it's
a little bit
not
of a
bad.
bite. It's like
I've had
I honestly, I don't think that's much of a bite.
not
it's
for
nice.
not for a high hop.
It's up.
No.
It's like every rose has its thorn.
No.
And it's
Like
like
had
every
to go
night
Yeah.
has its dawn.
Every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
Every rose has its thorn.
Wow. Again, I don't know who
It
does
is.
their artwork, but it's just kind of all.
It's, they derailed us like a cowboy song.
You know what? Again, and as you guys know, I'm not the biggest IPA fan, but it's all right. You know, it goes down easy.
It does go down.
It's not overly carbonated. It's just a good.
Yeah, you know what? That is really one of
You're
a lot of
noticing
what
that,
I'm
isn't
trying
it?
to-
Yeah.
it is not just sometimes you drink a beer and it almost takes your breath away because it's so carbonated.
Yeah, no, not
blocks
this.
everything,
Not
you know,
this. This is a good amount of carbonation for this kind of a beer because it's a strong beer. You don't need all that freaking carbonation.
And hops tend to have those carbonated beers,
Mm-hmm.
like IPAs. And
Some of the IPAs can be very carbonated. This is not, which I really enjoy. You know, the nice thing about, again, a low carbonated beer, it means I can drink more of it. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Without getting gassy.
Yeah, without getting, more gassy than I already am. Just
Right.
wait.
Which anybody who knows you will appreciate it later.
Correct.
Yes.
You will all appreciate that later.
You'll appreciate the fact that they can't
Hi, Denise.
they can't send out smells.
Hello. Oh, and Laura's here too. Hi, Laura.
Yo.
Hello.
All right, so we ready to?
I think we're ready to pass judgment on this.
All right.
I'm all thumbs up on
Yeah.
that, man.
It's easy.
I am all thumbs up. Well, hey, even though it's made by Fibs, congratulations, Spiteful Brewery. This is quite good.
I hope you're happy and less spiteful.
Well, it's probably Illinois that's doing it.
All right.
Hoppy?
Oh. All right, Judge Rob, go ahead and pass verdict on this beer.
Charge 1, being an Illinoisans. Guilty. Charge 2. You know what? Why do we do charge 2? We're done with charge 2s.
We're just going to do charge one
We
from
can do
now on.
one good one.
One good charge.
One good charge instead
All
of
right,
two
go
shitty
ahead and do that.
No, he already did.
ones. Wait, no.
What's
That-
that?
That's going to bother you. Get clear.
All right, so, and you sentenced it to?
Dick sucking? Oh, no. Drinking!
Yay! No, that's over.
Yeah.
Now that's really over, Rob. What are we talking about tonight?
Today we are going to talk about, we haven't revisited this in a while.
No, we
a couple
haven't.
years back we talked about,
I swear we visited it yesterday.
No, it's been forever since we talked about this kind of stuff.
are we going to start singing
The acid flash
Every
was
Rose
starting
Has
to
Its
kick
Thorn
in.
again?
No. Yesterday,
No, that's
all
not
my
that
trouble
bad.
seems so
Far away.
All right, so Rob, what are we talking about tonight?
Spankings. Our spankings, oh, no, that wasn't it.
No.
That's the other podcast.
No, that's the other show we do.
No, we are talking about handhelds. A while ago, we did one on
Also spanking.
phones. Jesus. on the state of mobile gaming. We did.
Well, I think
We
I
did
think
one
it
on
was just
spanking.
it was our favorite handheld.
No, we did the state of mobile gaming a couple years back, and then we did. We did do our favorite handheld. That was what do we call that one? What's in your pocket or something like that. But this we haven't updated this.
Or
in a
you
while.
just happy to see me, yeah.
There's a lot, right? Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do the. Boy, this is gonna have some editing.
Oh, Tyler, you sick little puppy. Good to see you too.
Hey, Tyler. Sorry to hear about your syphilis.
Yeah. Serves you right. Told you not to stick
It
it there.
spreads really quick.
Told you not to stick it there.
Well, he spreads really quick too. So.
Don't be a fool, right?
Which part is
It's a good day to be me.
It is.
Which
Okay,
part is he
so
had it in his eye?
Yeah. Ow. Oh, it itches.
Yeah, think about that for a minute.
I did. I like it.
camera to look at today, right?
No.
Camera 2 is down
Oh,
for
yeah.
a driver
Good.
install. We
All
did
right.
fix the problem that caused it to fail in the first place, but I haven't rebooted since because I just wanted to get rolling.
No, that's a good reason.
All right.
All right, so
All right, so let's bring up some. Let's bring up
you know,
some.
I'm
handhelds.
going to go ahead and start this out. So here's the thing: handheld gaming. Everybody was talking about phone gaming and how phone gaming was going to be it, and not too long ago. That was maybe
I mean-
in the last couple of years. And in
Yeah.
all honesty, phone gaming is still pretty lame games. I mean, if you think
What
about
you doing, Travis?
Playing Pumpkin Mobile.
okay,
It's pretty good.
one more time, phone games are pretty lame games.
Pumpkin Mobile is fucking awesome. I don't know what the fuck
Dude, you
you're
can
talking
play arcade games on it now.
about. Yeah.
It is 2018. SNK even has.
I know, but
What are you sticking that
Here's
VR
the
over?
pulse of the community. Here's my dad.
no, but here's the thing.
Oh, wait a
Okay.
minute. What are you sticking that VR gear?
Yeah, I still stick your phone up, but here's the thing: the gaming in it is still fairly simple.
No, we totally dick Tom in the
Here's
face.
the problem thing about doing phone games is that they all end up being kind of just one more, log on the fire of your phone. Your phone's already trying to do too much as it is, and when you try to do gaming with it, it becomes an issue. It really does. The controls can be wonky because unless you buy a nice controller for your phone, and Travis will talk about that in a little bit because he actually has a fucking nice controller for his phone. But generally, trying to control a game on a phone sucks.
Well, yeah, you gotta get like
Use
that.
a
Yeah, but
controller.
how many people buy a controller for their phone?
Yeah, that's another thing you have to
Hey,
consider.
wait,
Oh wait, not this table.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Let's do hands around the table.
All right.
No, we can do an impromptu vote.
This table does not count. We've all bought controllers for a fucking phone.
No, I actually haven't.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, but most people don't.
So that is 4 out of 5.
So games don't work well on
4
your
to 5
phone.
gamers agree.
Just from the standpoint of
Better than dentist.
that. Whereas a good gaming system will have a good control.
that is a pretty game.
And it's with handheld gaming, a lot of it is the quality of the controller.
What do you
they
got
use.
there?
So what I've got here is the Neo Geo X. This is an SNK branded, so they actually licensed this out, version of a Neo Geo. It's a handheld Neo Geo. It's an emulated platform. It's not true Neo Geo hardware, but SNK went ahead and gave it their seal of approval. The build quality on this
What
particular
about the games on it? Are they
Pretty
expensive or
No.
Are they
they're,
Do you get
that
somebody
being
with
said,
it?
no, I gotta say this. It comes preloaded with like 10 games on it. The thing is, this has become evidently quite the collector's item since I bought it because I got a real good deal on it, and all of a sudden these have become a hot fucking
Right.
commodity. Oh my god! Because
It's Neo Geo, that's why. That's the only
anything
reason.
Neo Geo, and that's true
That's
too.
the only reason.
But in all honesty, no, the build quality, honestly,
it's a good handheld, but the reason it's expensive is because
It's because Neo Geo, like all Neo Geo stuff, it ends up costing a bundle.
yeah, because
but,
regular Neo Geo stuff's expensive already, and they're
so-
like, oh, this is the cheaper alternative. And then
It
it's
came with quite a few games built in. It
And
also,
stay tuned next week when we explain.
It also
Why
has
is Neo
an
Geo
SD
matter?
slot where you could put games in. Now that being said, in typical, SNK fashion, the cartridge slot is not a standard SD. It uses special SDs there. You can wire your own, but it uses special SDs to load that in. So you can add games to it. So even if a game's not on the system, you can buy.
You gotta buy their proprietary though.
Well, yes and no. People have already hacked it.
So no.
Yeah. So if you have a little technical expertise, you can make your own, and people make adapters you can buy for it.
It looks
so on
nice
now.
though. I think it's got a nice.
I wonder how much money
Well,
was
more
spent in anti-piracy technology.
just
That
go-
if they'd have just used that money for either lowering the overall price or making better games, they would have just.
I
been
don't
more
think that would have made
successful.
a big difference on this.
Not on
particular-
that one.
Now, but now here's the good thing about this particular
General idea.
system.
Yeah.
First of all, the controller on this is freaking phenomenal. It's got a
It's
nice.
like the original. They did the
Yeah.
positive click on it.
Yeah. And so the little thumbstick here actually has it's got micro switches.
What's the sound?
Physical-
Of one-hand tapping?
Physical micro switches. So instead of bubble circuits underneath that, contact circuit, it's got physical circuits under there.
Are somebody still using bubble?
Everybody's still using bubble.
Because these are all fizz.
Yeah, but that's on better. No, those are still bubble under there.
I would think
might,
that guy would
might
be
be,
Right.
but this one almost.
Right, but that's
Contact
what
somebody.
makes the difference in a good gamepad. Having a physical switch underneath it versus a, just that little stupid bubble that will eventually wear
Well,
out.
all right, yeah, because they got the rubber ones, but if you remember I'm talking the original Atari bubbles. Yeah, they do make them rubberized. Yes,
Rubberized,
that's right,
yes.
yeah.
The
Sorry, I
carbon
thought you were
ones.
talking about the Atari bubbles.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then-
correct. Yeah, no, I'm talking more like the rubber carbon
Gotcha.
combination.
Yeah, no,
Which
all right,
still
yeah,
goes
that's
bad
correct.
really
That's
quickly.
absolutely correct. Yeah.
So that makes a big difference in it. They did a really good job. I mean, overall, even though it's an emulated platform, it works extremely well. Let me bring up a game here real fast. So my favorite's Metal Slug. Let me bring up Metal Slug here on the system.
Metal Slug!
It loads up quite quickly. And again, you're running the original Neo Geo ROM, so it's going to go right through the standard Neo Geo boot up, just like if you were actually running on a Neo Geo system. And so they did give you a 16 by 9 format screen, which was Neo Geos were never 16 by 9. They did a pretty good job on the overall resizing, but I also like this feature. You can make it a 4:3 screen. So if you don't like playing on the 16 by 9 format, you just click the one of the shoulder buttons, and it changes over to a 4:3 format. Now, they also have a couple nice features on this, HDMI out. And the HDMI out on here is really nice. It also has an AV out. I found the AV out not as good. They didn't do a really good job, and it's a pretty shitty.
I heard there was problems with it. Isn't there a mod for that?
There's our mods for it, and there are some updates. Neither I found particularly
Really
great.
good?
So actually, if you want to go composite out, but the HDMI out is really quite good on here.
Yeah, why bother?
So why
with
bother
that?
at that point? So they did a really nice job again, and the games just play flawlessly. I mean, I've thrown a whole bunch of stuff at this with no issues at all.
Did you see that?
You know, and I think, as far as like a state of gaming and your argument of, the phone gaming, that I think that's having the ability to do an out is
Another
a
good
really
point.
nice
See,
feature
that's
that a
another
lot of the
good point.
handhelds have, and I would look for, does this have an out? Because occasionally I want to,
You want to play on full
you're
speed.
looking at a
No,
phone,
now that's very interesting. So
That's Android.
here's one of the things,
Well,
the reasons
it's
why I
Android,
originally
but-
started going with Samsung
Well, you got to have the
phones.
equipment to have the out, and the phone's got to have the out. Most phones,
Most phones don't anymore. But when
Right.
I first started buying my Samsung phones, they all had video out. They always had AV out on them. I was part of why I was attracted to Samsung originally. Was
Yeah.
the original Samsungs had an AV? If you plug the right
The
cord
three.
into the
Yeah.
audio jack, it
Yeah.
put video out too, and that was freaking awesome because now you can play your YouTube videos or your games
so
on a full
so
size
that
screen.
was my argument for you, but now.
You're
Not
just
out.
not
Not
gonna do it.
anymore.
Well, I was saying that a lot of these dedicated machines will have a nice
Almost
out,
all of it. Almost all
but
of
a
them do.
phone may not.
Even the
Yeah.
cheapest ones do. I mean, you can pick up a lot of these little 8-bit handheld ones that are doing NES, and they all got the 3-prong jack that you stick in, and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
and you can composite. Rob, don't stick your prong where it doesn't belong.
It belongs everywhere, Mike.
But
Everywhere.
so I mean, a lot of the handhelds I buy have video out, that composite out, and what a difference that makes. It really does. I'm sorry. It's nice to be able to do handheld. But
Well, I think so too. I thought that was going to be one of the more regular features of having a newer handheld is that it's got an
Oh no, even the old handhelds did that. If you think about it, I mean,
Yeah.
unless you go way back. When I say new handhelds, within the last say 5 years. Previous that probably not as much, but or dedicated handhelds. But all these clones and Chinese ones, man, they always have AV out on them. So that's my
A lot of them do, yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
true.
that's my bit. Again, if you're lucky enough to find one of these babies, pick it up. It's like
If you do, what are they going for?
now they're up to about a couple $100.
More than that.
Oh, they're more than that now. Okay.
Yeah, they're high. I don't
last
know
time
what
I
happened.
checked.
I've been looking to buy an AES for a while, so I have to filter through those results, and you're easily looking like $300.
Really?
So,
So here's
nobody
the good
buy any
I
more
only,
of those.
I only paid
Yeah.
like $80 for
Try
mine.
the price down a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Let's try the place down
and
a
it's not really
little.
gotten way up there. So. But also the cool part about this one, it came with a really cool docking station, and the docking station looks like the AES. So you put it in there.
I really like that dock. by
The
way.
dock
That
is
a nice
freaking
looking,
awesome,
yeah,
actually.
it's nice
So
looking.
you put this in the dock. It has all the ports out.
I'm pretty jealous of that.
Full-size joysticks on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
somebody
looks like one.
legitimately bought, so it's like 250 plus.
Yeah, it's gotten up there. Again, I paid $80 for this when I bought it, which was not that long ago. It was only 2 years ago.
It's Neo Geo, that's why.
Yeah,
Neo
that's
Geo
it, man.
collectors are fucking weird.
They are weird. No, they really are.
I'm one of them. I can't help it.
Yeah, we all are. Some
Wait.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the table.
Yeah, most of the table.
Larry within 6 months.
I'm shying away till the price goes down.
like on Vectrex's.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
got
was
it.
great
Cheap.
for him.
All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I'm just gonna say that statistically, I mean, Switch becomes fastest selling console in U.S. history according to Nintendo, beating the Wii in their 10-month sales point.
And that shows that.
So handheld markets, it's huge. Like,
Remember when you guys gave me all that shit when I said it's going to be a hit?
Yeah,
You guys
a
said,
little bit.
Rob, you don't know what you're
We
doing.
did give
No,
you.
I didn't
We
give
thought it was. I thought it was given.
I didn't know it goes.
I believe you laughed at me and
No,
said
I
pussy
disagreed
pants.
with that.
I believe you said
I
pussy
didn't
pants.
think
No, I disagreed with that because at the time, I mean, the DS was doing so well, and it had such at this already a nice history and everything. I thought, well, people were just going to stick with their
Stick with it,
DS, and what did they really need to have the handheld?
I have to say
nice.
that there's kind of like this interesting, like it's not quite a disconnect because there are definitely excellent games out there for
Just like it.
handheld systems like the Switch and stuff, but like I don't think like any of them have like they've certainly gotten really like close for a brief period of time. Like Breath of the Wild was like that's what everybody talked about when it came out,
Oh, yeah.
and like stuff like
Good.
that. But there hasn't been really anything that has like permeated culture. Like big games right now, you're looking at like fucking Fortnite. Like that's like the fucking behemoth in the room and all those battle royale style games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like handheld has had some stuff that's been relatively big, like and especially on the Switch. Like the Switch is like a huge contender in the arena, but like I don't know if there are any games yet that have kind of hit that like kind of permeation past.
So do you think that's because of the quality of the game you can
No,
write on it, or do you
no,
think it's
I
because
don't.
of the
It's just
play?
sometimes right place, right time.
Yeah.
Like
I think a lot of
There are a lot of great
There's
games
a
out
lot
there.
of great games.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
yeah,
you
this is-
just don't think any of that they're competing against such other great
No, I mean,
games?
I don't know if that's necessarily true either. Like, I mean, like there are games that are like good. Like, I mean, like for the Switch and stuff, like Splatoon 2 is
Oh,
something
God,
that
yeah.
I love with. Like you've got your standard, first-party Nintendo titles like your Mario Odyssey and stuff. Like those are like that was one of like the highest ranked critically acclaimed games in quite some time. But it's just like I don't know if like there's been any like oh my god title that has really like driven it over the edge. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what it is quite yet. But it's like again, you see the stuff that like really permeates past like a nerd culture. Like
Oh, hey,
like
wait,
Warframe.
wait! I gotta
or-
say, hi, Eileen.
Oh, and
Eileen's
hi, Mike.
watching, and Mike Schultz too. But my sister Eileen's watching. Hi, Eileen.
You know what I think's weird is like you just walk around, you go to parties and different things, and the kids are often playing some sort of handheld somewhere. I don't see them playing Switches. I see them playing DSs. I see them playing their phone.
I
Because
could
that's
anecdotal.
right, yeah, but
I know
that,
it's
that is
anecdotal,
right.
but
numbers say that system
Well,
is doing great.
I said it. I
but are people even using it as a handheld? Is
when
what
I
mean,
when
what
I
I'm
said
saying.
yeah,
I only
that's
got a DS because my friends were playing games on DS. Otherwise, again, I'll talk about.
I
my
was
preferred.
doing. I was doing the when I did the Switch thing. I said exactly what it is. When I took out the Nvidia Shield, I knew it then. I knew it was a future of gaming when I plunked that thing down, and it was streaming Steam to my freaking handheld before PlayStation was fucking around with it, and it was playing arcade quality game or actual console quality games on a handheld. It was an Android handheld too. That was the
PS3
mistake
had
they made.
streaming before
But-
Nvidia Shield did.
Yeah, but it was
wasn't
kind of
great.
shit.
Yeah,
No,
well,
Nvidia Shield was taking it from servers and sending it down to
Yeah.
you. It was amazing, and it was an amazing system. The controls were 100% right because they used a real controller on it. Then you could plug it into a TV. You could play it on your TV. You could see it was the future because your console could be your handheld, and then you don't have to switch games. You know what's annoying? Buying the same goddamn game twice
That is
on two
annoying.
different platforms.
I agree.
Yeah.
And having it be slightly different, and your saves don't transfer.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Switch resolved that problem, and that's one of the things. Now, somebody's got to make a Switch killer eventually, but I don't think it's gonna be Sony. I don't think it's gonna be Sony because they seem to have bowed out at doing
George
it.
is here.
Sony isn't on
Hey,
the
George.
market. They're not totally discounting now, especially now that the Switch has sold as many fucking units as it has. Like, I guarantee you, they're at least planning something. Like, if who knows what'll come to market.
Well, the thing that they patented is on top of our event. But
Yeah.
They did patent a Switch-like device, but
Yeah.
according to Sony themselves, they say, nah, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, wait and
Enough
see.
like
Wait
that,
and
yeah.
see.
Patenting a Switch-like device would be kind of hard since there's already handhelds in the world.
It's kind of hard, like, to patent a Switch because it's pretty much identical to the one Razer made a few years
Right.
back.
In
I mean,
fact-
Android handhelds have been doing this
Right.
shit for years.
And the
that's what I mean.
NVIDIA,
Yeah.
it's very similar to the Shield.
Yeah, the Shield's quite a bit different. It's a
Well-
ball. It's weird. They went too far. That was their
Oh,
failure.
okay, yeah.
They went. Icarus flew too close to the sun. It was a bizarre looking thing. It felt great and it was wonderful, but it was odd looking, and I think people were off put by the fact that it really did look like a controller with a screen strapped onto it. It really did. I mean, I'm willing to admit it's still one of the, I think, greatest gaming devices of all time, but what are you doing?
Yeah. So, all right, who wants to go next?
Oh, again.
That reminds me.
My preferred handheld is the PS Vita, which I know a little older, but yet, hey,
You can still fresh free games from PS Plus.
yes, I'm a person of PS Plus, and on my PS4, I'm always grabbing the 2 games that they put out for the month and going, if I play them, I play them. But I love this because not only is it handheld, it also it utilizes not just a few of its features that are, might be gimmicky or this or that, but yet a lot of the games that they put out actually do utilize them, of like the camera that's in the back or
Oops,
the back
lost
touch
video.
pad that's on here.
Wait, hold on, are we up?
Yeah, we're back. We're
Okay.
back.
Wait, hi Tracy.
So,
Hi, Tracy.
It might be a.
well,
Go ahead. Here.
Oh, the one thing that I'm not a fan about is because this is a Sony thing,
It's a Facebook thing.
it's proprietary.
Of course.
You've got to buy their memory cards. You got to buy their games. Any games you get on PSN, you download here. That's why I'm usually going with games that if I download, they are PS3, PS4 linkable.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore I can link this to my PS4 and play this as my controller and have it be on the big screen. Or cross-platform saving for it.
Well, we're using new stuff.
Yeah, new hardware, guys. Continue.
New hardware. Cross-platform saving. So therefore I can play on this, save it, and upload it to my PS4 when I get home if I want to play on my PS4 because this is dead. And
Well, so is that kind of like a Switch? I mean, although you need two systems.
Yeah, so again,
So it's a bit of like
that's
that.
a completely different thing where you're just on one system. Here again, you can be playing a game on your Vita, and then when you're done, just go to your PS4 and pick up where you left off, and that is a really big plus.
yeah, and the other thing is I can also go from here of going, hey, I found a game I really like. I'm going to add this to my library. Boom. Go onto my PS4, find it in my library, and go, download.
It also, the PS4 streams well to that, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
yeah. It streams a lot better to the PS4 than it does to the PS3.
Yeah. But that's because they got it a little bit.
Beefier.
Right.
They figured out what they were doing.
Exactly. So,
AC
so
wireless,
literally, he can be on the road playing his PS4 at home while he's got the Vita whipped out. So that's a big plus and a big advantage. A quick one. I want to say I have to agree with Wendy on her comment.
That's funny. I did the same thing.
Oh, you
like,
did too.
yeah, that's pretty good.
No, that is pretty much dead nuts on.
But it is just like that. As I've had to convince my fiance by actually playing it one time, playing Final Fantasy X on here, and then going, sweetie, we're just playing this while I was on the road, and now click, I have it saved, pull up my PS4 and then go click, and I've pulled up the save.
Yeah.
And I'm now going to continue playing here.
But also, something that Sony's always done right, and they've done that from the original PSP. Their controllers are good too.
Oh yeah, this is, and it not only here. I'll get.
So I don't have a Vita, but I do have a PSP still. And
I got a PSP.
And the controllers on that are freaking awesome.
You not only have your standard directional pad, but then you also have your buttons. You have your bumpers. The back is a back touchpad, so therefore if you have to do R1, R2, R1, R2 is just touching. There. And then the screen. 1 minute. There we go.
Something like that.
That's one thing that I'm having a problem is I got a
I
memory
almost pulled the
card.
trigger on one of those.
I got a
They're
memory
cheap as
card
fuck
that is
right now.
Yeah.
Are they?
supposedly good.
Yeah, I mean, like you can get. They got the first and second gen ones. I highly recommend getting a second gen, unless you want unless you really want
Touch-
an OLED screen, which they're not that
Touch
great
screen,
because
so
they kill your
therefore,
battery.
boom.
Yeah.
But the second gen ones are awesome.
You
There's
say
a lot
LED
of
screen?
OLED.
It would be my third.
And then,
Lots of great
Get back.
games for them. The thing is also with the Vita and the original PSP, there's gonna be a lot of games that aren't gonna get. They might get digital re-releases, but a lot of them aren't gonna get reprints or reruns or anything like that. There's a lot of pretty cool.
ISO. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yes.
the PSP I wouldn't do anymore.
Really?
the
yeah,
PSP was
Slider controller is shit. I hate that thing.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean-
thought it was a great system. By the way, for its time period, I think it's amazing.
Well, just from somebody who, for collectors and stuff, like especially
Right.
the original PSP,
Sure.
the UMDs, they're not gonna. A lot of those fucking games aren't gonna remake.
Yeah.
You got
No.
digital re-releases, but like there's like Loco Roco and stuff like that. But like there's so many great games for these two consoles that again aren't gonna see the light of day again.
I agree that the Vita's way overrated.
So it might be.
like I said, I've owned it twice now, and
Yeah.
it's almost on a third.
Yeah.
we've talked
And then I come
about.
right back.
I don't know what you're doing to your Vita.
We've talked about.
No, I get rid of
He
it.
gets
gets tired.
He gets tired of it and resells it.
We've talked about
I-
like retro collectability,
Yep.
I've got
and you're kind of making a case that
That's high.
there
It's
are a
high.
couple systems that, while they're cheap now, before they start jumping up,
Yeah.
might be the time to get in now.
If you're
and
if you're
start
mildly
collecting
interested or regular
Yeah.
interested, now is the time to dip your toe in.
I got a bunch of
3 to 5
PS1
years is not-
games that they released on here, and I go, I'm living my childhood with some of these games. Going, wait, I can play like Front Mission 3 or Final Fantasy 1 through 7, all the way, all of them. They got all of them to be gotten. So sitting there playing some of these and just going,
And it plays
Do-
perfectly.
do
and
either
it
of
plays
you-
perfectly.
yes.
For-
Oh,
for-
that is the thing. These things play perfectly. There are no jumps or whatnot. Final Fantasy VII, they even have an option in here to go, do you want to play with the smoothed out graphics? Or do you want to play with the old blocky Link's Cloud's arm? Is, here's one block, here's a block for a fist,
Hey,
the joint.
those are beautiful in the day.
I love them.
Thank you.
I
Bulky is
play
beautiful,
with that
man.
graphic because if I'm gonna play that game, I want to play with those graphics. That's the reason I bought the game.
So just off the top of your head, just do you know, and either of you, because Travis, you obviously know a lot about that system too. What's an exclusive for either the Vita or the PSP that'd be like, oh, that would be sweet to have?
I really and I think they re-released them on the PS4 down the line. I know like Gravity Rush, the first one was originally a PS Vita exclusive. I'm pretty sure most of the stuff, like the great games, got released on PS4. I personally,
Oh, okay.
that's a nice bonus point. But as for exclusives, a lot of them are if you're into like the JRPG style games, especially. I'm trying to, I keep thinking of ones, and I'm like,
See, I was trying to think.
I'm
I
looking
thought
for a good
maybe
new one to play
I thought
at
the
work.
Kingdom Hearts might be, but I thought, well, they might have crossed over.
It did.
Because there was some
Yeah.
in betweens like 1.5 and that kind of stuff. That
Never really got it in Kingdom Hearts.
PSP had the
Well, you're
ultimate
just wrong
version
for
of
that.
Dexter. The best
First
version
game
of
I
Dexter
could run.
ever
Really?
made. Yes, it was
I-
amazing.
I loved
Uh,
it so much.
I used to have it on here, but I'm don't think I
couldn't
do
get past
anymore.
The first mission.
Hey, Ian.
It blocked me.
This guy. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Go back.
All right.
Yeah, I got Kingdom Hearts.
Who
I'm
wants
getting ready to play it. Don't ruin it. Don't spoil it.
Sorry, I was thinking
15-year-old game
just
for
Vita
me.
games, but for I know the PSP way better. You've got the Gundam, or not, there's the Gundam Breaker series that started. My favorite, again, if your Monster Hunter's big right now, the Monster Hunter Freedom series, there's Freedom Unite, Freedom Unite 2. That's what got me into Monster Hunter, and there's a lot of, like, fun ones. You can actually, outside of, there's the original Freedom Unite they have on iOS right now, but all the other ones are Vita, or PSP exclusive. I think Loco Roco got a digital download, but Loco Roco is like one of those, like, weird games I absolutely...
Loco Roco 2.
What is that? What are those?
It is a game that plays specifically with just the bumpers where you're maneuvering these singing
little, like, singing
blobs.
blob
Oh, that
things.
game is great. Yeah.
It has, like, a great soundtrack. Yeah, and you have to, like, absorb the blobs together, and you can, like, break them up to, like, navigate around.
That's like
different parts
I
of
think it was
map.
the first game I got for that.
It
when I
has-
bought it.
So, like,
was
it's
great.
a game based on, like, the old Mercury game.
Yeah.
The physical Mercury game where you were
there is
playing
no,
with Mercury.
It's a lot like that.
There
yeah.
is no
good,
tilting
too.
this. It is strictly to tilt
It's
on
just,
there going.
you go like this. You gotta, but you're still tilting. Right? You're still bringing things this way.
Oh
bringing
yeah,
things this
you're,
way.
on the screen it's tilting it, but you're not tilting anything.
I think both of you are probably too young for the actual Mercury games the Mercury Maze games.
Yes, where you had a blob of mercury and you spin it
They made
around.
one for- They made one for the PSP, I think.
No, real
Oh, the
mercury.
real
He's
Mercury.
talking
I'm talking real
Mercury.
Mercury
You
inside
would
a
just
glass
give it to your
box.
kid for
no, I'm
Christmas.
sorry, a plastic case that you'd buy at the dime
Yeah.
store. No, he's talking like serious, like, oh shit.
Yeah, but in Tom's
I had
day,
a
you just
beautiful
do it
one
in
of
your
those.
hands.
Oh, good.
So that explains
I
a lot,
still remember my
Larry.
first experience
You
with Mercury.
played a lot of
We
Mercury.
literally had a big blob of mercury down my buddy's basement, and everybody's just pushing it around the floor.
Hey. as long as
And
you
I'm not
use
just talking like a thermometer mercury. I don't know how. It was God, what was that? The North. Dean North, who was kind of into science anyways, had like, we're talking like mercury, not like, oh my God. Now that,
like a
that makes
pile.
you realize not only is mercury itself, but it tends to evaporate at room temperature at horrendously quick rates. And you know what's really bad for you? Mercury vapors. So I just remember being done.
Welcome to Science Talk with Guys Games.
I
and
just
Beer.
remember this big blob of mercury, and we're just plopping it around the floor, scattering it all over the place, which means that their house was contaminated with mercury for fucking years to come.
But that being said, it was a lot of fun.
It was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't fun. I'm just saying mercury. Nowadays, I work in these sciences, and we literally have mercury cleanup kits because if you break like even the smallest amount of mercury, I have to cordon off the lab, go in and clean all that crap up in the hazmat suit, and take it out.
Well, obviously, we're going to have to dedicate an episode.
Mercury?
Yeah. Playing with Mercury with Guys Games and Beer. That sounds like a breakfast club.
player
All right, who wants to
that
go
shot
next?
Mercury back and forth.
True story.
Best.
Who's going next?
Well, so the Peanut Gallery and I was going to talk about. I recently got a 3D SXL, and I got to say that's a pretty awesome system. It's a good solid system. It's a lot of fun, worth having. You know, I wasn't really sure about the two screens, like how that was going to work out for me. First of all, I had to get the XL because I'm like, you know, in my 40s, so there was no way the standard was going to work, so I had to get the XL. And but you know, the 3D screen is really neat because it's 3D. And but it's a 3D screen, so you don't have to wear glasses or anything. You just see 3D, right? And it works pretty well. And it's got a nice adjust for how intense that is. For some people, 3D is kind of uncomfortable. So
Yeah, 3D.
Somebody just commented on it. You got a what?
she already knows.
Oh,
She just
okay,
doesn't
okay.
remember. I showed it to her like 10 times.
She drinks a lot.
Yeah, that happens.
Some of us can't
So-
use 3D.
Some people have a harder time seeing 3D. For
Like
me,
dogs, for
you know,
instance.
3D is good for me.
Thanks for. I will
I know
take
you like
the
that.
fact that I'm a hound.
Yeah. So I think it's a very good system to have, and there's a lot of solid games out there. It's a good time to get into the DS because I think you can get the systems cheap if you don't have to have the bigger screen. I mean, you're talking $75 for a 3DS.
There's so many different models too. Like the 3DS, there's a 3DS XL, there's the new 3DS, new 3DS XL, the 2DS, the new 2DS.
New 2DS is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised. Basically, the original 2DS was the 3DS without the 3D, but it was a singular unit, and they had
Yeah, it was ugly as hell.
It was ugly. It was bulky, and now the new one has the clasp shell, just like
so with the clamp shell design on that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's just there's plenty of ways to get into it. It was a really well selling handheld, and there's bajillion games.
Quick, hi to Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Am I behind?
Mike Alex just joined.
I'm not watching, apparently.
No,
Sorry.
I do enjoy
You don't like
my
this
3DS,
comment?
but
Alright.
I only have really enjoyed one game on my 3DS.
They were. Yes,
That
they
game
maybe
is
they were.
tomorrow.
You're in trouble.
I have heard of that one. That was one of the more bizarre ones. What's that? What's that about?
Well, you're dead, and you have to play various Reaper games to try and win back your life.
Oh, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Kind of.
God, I love you,
But
Larry.
yet it's
That's pretty
set
good.
in
Just to that comment.
Tokyo, Japan. And
So we have
It
Bill
is-
and Ted.
yeah.
I don't know.
See you later, Bill
The
and Ted.
game takes place with dual combat screens where you have combat going on in the top screen and it going on in the bottom screen. The bottom screen ends with 3DS touchscreen, so therefore all combat is done touchscreen wise. Top screen is the arrow buttons where you gotta, do that to navigate.
Yep.
But yet the nice thing in that game is they will, if you can't figure out how or you're just not good at making both screens work, they initiate, an auto bot to, play it that isn't the greatest, but yet you're not losing horribly then.
Pico, did you just say an Autobot?
Yes.
As opposed to
Decepticon.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you know that all of a sudden everything after Autobot, you said Autobot, and then I heard,
I think.
and then all of a sudden it's like Decepticons are cool.
I think that was the entire conversation. Honestly, but no, that was a really
You look
good.
like you glazed out.
No, I didn't glaze out. I already know about that game. It's one of the best, and that hasn't been re-released on another system yet.
No.
So that's one of the more popular, hidden gems of the 3DS. So,
It's the reason I keep my 3DS around.
yeah.
Well, I just think I was really surprised how that. I thought at first the two screens were going to be kind of useless. You're really just only going to look at the one. But it kind of works out the stuff that would normally fill the side parts of screens is in that second screen, and you just have play area, and it works really well.
Have you played Space Invaders Extreme on the DS yet?
No, but I should.
Oh my God, it is a effing Christmas miracle.
I haven't
No,
heard of that
seriously, Space Invaders Extreme. There's two. Get two as well. Get them both. Right now. Fuck the podcast, people.
Go out and buy those games.
Go get them both. All right. You're shooting on the bottom screen, but then some of the Space Invaders end up on the top screen attacking. It is freaking
Okay, that is pretty
epic
cool, actually.
gaming. It is really no, really. It brings a tear to my eye. It really does. Yes, you can play. They have a copy of it for the PC and they have it for the PSP, and they're great games, and the Xbox 360. But on the DS, it is its own freaking world because they add that second screen where the crap going on. It's amazing.
Oh, and Larry, with that second screen,
Nothing bad to say about it.
There are some games that you're playing on the top screen, but when you go into your inventory or need to pull something out or have a map, that's your second screen. Is that map or your inventory right there. So therefore, you don't have to pause the game, go into this. You can still be existing and then just pull something up and be like, and now I've got this.
Right, exactly. So I mean, that 2 screens is actually really well done, and
I do, and there are a lot of games that like take pretty good advantage of like what the touchscreen can bring to it. There's some really fun rhythm games like Late Beat Agents, or mini games like Field Magic, or some of the portable WarioWare games. There's just so many good things that utilize that technology, and like I think that a part of its problem is that there's just some oversaturation with it, and that's not a bad thing. Like over time, people are going to find all these great games that they never heard about the DS, and like there's just so many good things to try, and they're all like stupid cheap right now comparatively.
Wow, hi.
Hi! Oh my god, can I have that as a ringtone?
wait, we were doing this earlier.
Yeah, we
Our
are.
best swordsmith.
Oh,
left.
no, stop it! Ah! I think that was the end of that, wasn't it? You must have restarted.
I must have gone back to the beginning on this one. I don't know why.
Or I just now laugh like that all the time. Thanks, Larry.
What's the time possible?
All right.
Rob, how about you?
All right, so I did bring a couple. I was a little bit worried that we'd be a little bit short on it, but everybody actually had really good stuff. So, I'll go through these real quick. Number one, I mean, obviously there's the Ardo Boy with its 2-bit color screen. This is 2-bit color screen because there's really just black and white on the screen. However, it's Arduino based, and it's just you got one of these, don't you?
Yeah. And here.
I made you buy one, didn't I?
You did.
Oh,
Sad. Hi, Karen. Hi, Scott.
Kind of sad story. I wear reading glasses while I play it.
Yeah, I did.
No, you almost need to. I'm sorry. No, you almost need to. That text is tiny on that screen.
Yeah,
it's cool, but it's tiny.
No, but I do love this thing. It's got all of about 2 kilobytes of RAM, almost no storage, but they have done amazing things with it. It really does force them to turn the games into just. They pare the games down to
the sleekest version
yeah,
of it.
right,
Yes.
exactly. They're just pure gaming candy. So it is really it's awesome. I really like it,
Yeah, no,
especially this version of it.
Yeah, that's a really cool
Do
version.
you want me to go take it up to the camera?
Yeah, take that up to the camera, actually.
Yeah, since we don't
so
have the
also
small
show the back of
camera.
this one because this was they came up with a special one for this particular game.
Hey, Ken. Which I'm late on. Sorry. Next, we have one of my all-time classics. This one's about to go. It's about to be retired for the GPD Win 2. But this is the GPD XD, this is a classic gaming system. I mean, this is one of... It's only like 3 years old, I think, but it's already been replaced by the GPD XD Plus. It looks a lot like a DS, which it caused people to call it a DS clone, which it absolutely has nothing to do with.
Right.
Has a really nice, really beautiful screen on it. In fact, I've got it dimmed. I dim it so
I think it was made
it
by
doesn't bother
Foxconn.
me.
No, now something about the
No, they beat them way harder.
GPD always does right. Their controller.
Yeah.
Also.
That's because this is actually literally the Vita controller.
Yeah.
These are literally the Vita
The controllers
You
on
can
that-
literally
yeah.
transplant them.
Yeah.
That looks just like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they
are the
they
Vita
are.
controllers. Yeah,
And
they're
they
about
are
the same as
really,
some of mine.
really good.
Same company makes them.
Great feel.
Amazing feel.
Yeah. That makes all the difference with these handhelds.
Yeah, GPD's solution,
Don't like something.
GPD's
No.
solution
Mushy, yeah.
is to have
Good shoulder buttons.
a double set of shoulder buttons. At first you don't get it, but once you get used to it, see how it grips around?
Mm-hmm.
This part of your finger hits the shoulder, or the trigger button, and this one hits the other.
It respects the knuckle.
Right, on the new ones, on the newest, it does, it respects the knuckle. On the newest ones, they put the third button here, up above, so that you actually have access to all 3 buttons and you don't have to use press down buttons underneath the controllers, which these do not have. On these, they put it over here. But emulates everything up to and including the PSP incredibly. I've discovered more great PSP games on this. Plus, you don't have to use the slidey controller, which I hate the PSP slidey controller. I really do. I hate the slidey controller though.
You
But
know,
I love the PSP. I just hate that controller.
I do kind of agree with you on that one. I actually like their 4-way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 4-way's good. Yeah, the 4-way's pretty good on the PSP. But amazing device. It's actually Android based, so it plays a whole lot of Android games. It's pretty good. It's really well built device. It's had its share of problems over the years because GPD is a relatively young company, but they've really straightened their crap out.
You said you got a new one on the way.
Yeah, the GPD Win 2, it's a different phylum of item. It is a handheld Windows gaming device in about this same format. It's a little bit bigger than this guy actually.
So
it's expensive as hell. It's gonna be. I heard retail's gonna be around $800-900.
Whoa!
wow.
Yeah, but it runs everything. It's a PC.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, for
It's a
that
gaming
price,
PC.
it had better on everything and come with
It's
a small
not-
Asian hook.
I gotta watch it. It does come with a small Asian hooker.
All right,
inside.
good.
I think
All right,
you
Very
answered-
racist, by the way. I want to say.
I think you
terribly
answered-
offensive, Tom. But
I-
yes, I'll meet you for the Asian. Oh wait.
I think you answered my question because I was going to say, so as a guy who likes to stay, behind the curve, just a little down wave, are those dropping in price?
These, yeah, you could probably get one of these, the XD, the regular XD, for about $120 a use.
Wow,
Oh, that's not too bad.
that's pretty damn good actually.
They were kind of expensive. I mean, but if you look, I mean, it does have a really large screen. I mean,
It is a
even-
good screen.
yeah, even holding it up to the Vita screen here, it's a big screen. It's
Yeah.
a big ass screen.
Yeah.
The clamshell device adds some to it because it's a mechanical type of device, and that kind of thing actually adds cost to making the device. However, it protects the screen really well. Dual stick. You can actually play a dual stick shooter with it. It's a big deal. That's what makes the Vita so damn great.
Yeah.
It really is. It's one of my favorite devices of all time, honestly. It took another GPD device to knock it off its throne. And then finally, I got something else on the cheapy scale. This is about a $40 to $50 device. This is actually a recent addition to my collection. Now, you have seen something on our show before that looks exactly like this. This is because they totally stole it. They stole this was originally called it was a device called the K101, which was a replacement for the Game Boy Advance. It was a replacement Game Boy Advance, right down to the fact that it could run the cartridges. This can't, though. This device is not. What this is that it's a custom device, but let's ignore the fact that it runs everything up to SNES and Genesis games. Okay, let's ignore that for a minute. Let's throw it out. Let's talk about the fact that this sucker runs Dingu software. So this is technically a Dingux device.
Really?
So you can there is actually an SD card inside, there is one inside this, but there's another one inside the unit. I can replace it and actually have it run
And it'll become
like a Dingu.
Yeah.
It's like a super powerful Dingu.
Oh,
too.
really?
Right.
Oh, that's kind of
So
cool.
I can just run the Dingu software library.
What did that
off
one
of
run?
This sucker ran me about $43.
That's nothing.
And the screen.
If you can change it over to a Dingo for $43, that's a really good price.
Yeah, once you got it, the Dingo is free. But the screen itself is really quite nice. You son of a bitch. It's mad. It's off a charge. But the screen itself is actually really nice and clear. It's not quite as good as the K101, the Revo K101
Right.
screen.
Now,
but
as
it's
we were
pretty
talking
good.
about with most Chinese devices, that also has an AV out on it, does it not?
This does indeed have an AV out
Right.
on it, which is located on top.
Right.
No HDMI out on this.
Yeah, but
Now the XD does.
it does.
Yeah, this does have HDMI out.
But something, again, as long as it's got composite out, I'm okay.
Yeah, as long as you can do
I
something
don't,
with it.
honestly, HDMI out is nice, but not
Depends on the
mission
game.
critical.
But I really do. I think this is
If you
exciting
start
as hell.
getting,
But when
Sorry,
you're playing
it's
SNES games and you're playing older games, having the AV with composite is just fine. It'll handle all that beautifully.
All right, and you can add an SD card to that and put whatever
That's right.
ROMs you want to play it.
if you're playing,
And it
if
does
you
run
start
Neo
playing
Geo too.
higher end games and it's a higher
Yeah,
thing,
then
you do
right.
need an HDMI.
Yeah, then you probably do.
Because the other is what 480p, right? Top end.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh, it won't do that.
right.
It's
I love the
cheapest
fact that Robin's not
Right,
taking
but-
the screen protector.
But
off here
but
yet.
there are games,
I'm
there are
reviewing
systems,
it, so.
Okay.
there are systems like this that can run something that is more than a 480p.
All right.
Right, this is 10.
So wait, is that a
Right.
GBA link built
And
into
that's
this
why
thing?
you need
Huh?
an
Is that a
HDMI.
GBA link built into this
I am
thing?
not. I cannot guarantee that it actually works. It does on the
It-
actual
it's
looks
a
like
GBA
K101.
link built
It
into
looks
this
like
thing.
It It may not be connected to anything because it
Okay,
may just
just
be
maybe
using
a
a port.
port.
Remember, this was the K101's frame. They actually just took the
Right,
K101
and the
frame.
K101 did have a GBA out.
Oh yeah, it was a GBA for
So-
all intents and purposes.
By the way,
they have
the-
just left it there
The
and
comment,
not bothered taking it off.
comment for the PD Gallery is Billy Mitchell used one to beat the DK high score.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
journalistic integrity, people.
remember that. Remember that.
Guys, games and beer.
We bought the hot
Journalistic
sauce.
integrity. We did buy this hot sauce. So you can make fun of it every day. Ryan lying that. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to Ryan, who isn't here today. He unfortunately has suffered from a very rare strain of syphilis.
Yeah.
As opposed to Tyler's very common syphilis.
Yeah. Oh please, Tom. He's so common.
Yeah.
Kind of means.
All
like,
right, Rob. I think we should probably start wrapping this up.
Well, if you're looking to me for some leadership today, you're not
I
going to
am.
get it because
I
I'm
am.
one beer past that. But yes, that sounds like a great idea. By the way, do you like yourself some Guys, Games, and Beer? Do you? Do you really? Well, you can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Whoa! Wait.
Wait.
There's more.
There's
you
more?
like yourself some free games? Do you? You like yourself free games?
I do.
Let me tell you
I
about
like
my buddy
games.
Tom here. He runs our Twitter. I almost said Twitch. Twitter site. Got Twitch on mine. Twitter site.
Just read our comments.
At Guys Games Beer. I'm gonna throw that at the bat.
That one's gonna be our new tag.
Ah.
Our new hashtag.
Also,
Okay.
also.
Either recite it on there or don't.
Oh jeez.
Otherwise, we need like a community moderator. So.
All right. Well, we'll work out that part.
It's usually me,
You
but
should
I'm
be on
talking
the
to
show,
Dave.
people.
We do have a hotline.
This
You can
thing's
call.
really
Well,
funny
all right,
online. It has
before-
nothing to do with the show.
www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer, and also check out our friends.
When's the next race?
Lionheart. Look on the look right here. You see it? You see it? You see it? 503.
No.
503. So
Yeah.
in the past,
No.
419.
Yeah, you missed
Well, it's
that.
not 419. Oh wait. I'm
It's
sorry.
probably 607.
607. Sorry.
607.
I'm on the wrong month.
Yes, you are.
607. Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
What year is it?
Thank God, because the final
By the
I couldn't
way,
pronounce.
614 is the Milwaukee Mile.
Oh, which is gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ten
so
ring vote.
a couple of quick things. I will be giving
Edgy.
away at least one free indie game tomorrow on our Twitch account. Rob, where are we going to be in a couple of weeks?
We're gonna be at the vape shop. That's right. We're gonna be vaping it
At Vape Meisters in downtown Racine, Wisconsin.
What's he say?
on Main Street.
On Main Street, 420 Main Street. It is the 16th of June. We're going to be doing a live show. Come out and check us out. We will be in Racine, Wisconsin at 420.
We're just really
Main
just going to
Street.
be smoking.
Oh, we might play a few games.
How'd they end up with that one?
Good planning. Good planning. Let's see. We're a vape shop with the address 420. Yeah. So we will be at Vape Meisters in about just a little over 2 weeks. So we will bring out a whole bunch of our retro gear. If you're interested in retro gaming, come out and check us out there.
Yep. What else is coming up? Well, let me tell you what else is coming up. We got some stuff coming up. Friday night we will probably be live streaming while we're playing Killing Floor 2.
We're so sorry.
We are so sorry for that one.
Where you can watch me cower in a corner while I
Even
get
better than
killed.
that. Even better than that.
Even we're going to be way more sorry about the next thing, which is by popular demand. Yes, that's right. The Guys, Games, and Beer Breakfast Club Morning Zoo Drive is going to be back this Saturday.
I'll bring my sound.
4 hours of Guys, Games, and Beer marathon.
All right, and we will be eating burritos, and if you have
We will
burritos,
absolutely
you
be eating
must
burritos.
have hot sauce, and we will be eating some of the
Billy
Billy
Mitchell
Mitchell
hot
Yes,
sauce.
you will. And there's a fairly good chance that we'll put the Guys, Games, and Beer hotline online for that one.
Oh, so you can call
Take
in
some
live.
calls.
That would
We're
be
gonna
freaking
take some
brilliant.
calls.
We will take some calls during our morning zoo on Saturday.
Because the Morning Zoo
Yeah.
last time was like pretty packed.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
a pretty packed show.
and,
All right.
and we do have a guest though.
Is he coming
Oh
in
my
now, or is
God,
he
we
calling
have
in?
got.
Is he coming
Yeah.
down or is he calling in?
He's calling it.
All right,
He's calling it.
All
He's
right.
calling it Saturday morning. We're gonna have Ty from Lords of the Try That.
Yeah.
We got
The
Brian,
official
we got
metal
Brian
band.
over there on the wall.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah.
It used to hang above my bed, but Darlene got mad because I kept staring at it while we were making love.
that makes sense.
It's the hair. It's the hair. Just gonna put it out there right now.
It is.
All right, Rob, take us out.
All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Games of Beer. We will see you. Well, actually, we'll see you Friday.
We'll see you Friday.